10 most exceptional beaches in the world. For the majority of us, typical beaches consist of acres of golden sand, clear blue waters, and palm trees swinging lazily in the breeze. Interestingly, the most unique beaches in the world do not adhere to this dictum. You'll find them weird, but they are also quite different and lovely. Welcome to Best Wonders, where today we'll be showing you the 10 most exceptional beaches in the world. But before we continue, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get more videos like this. Now, let's move on to the video. Number 10. The Desert Beach. If you thought deserts could only be found in arid regions, you haven't seen anything like the beach at Lanções Marinhos National Park in Brazil. This beach is not by the sea as you would anticipate it to be. Instead, it is located far away from any body of water. Every year, continuous rainfall floods the national park, resulting in beautiful lagoons fringed with perfect white sand. If you plan to visit the park, I recommend going between May and September. You'll enjoy yourself to the fullest. Even fish can be seen in the water during these busy times. A bad time to visit would be around October because the lagoons are typically entirely dried up while they wait for replenishment in February. Number 9. Green Beach. You might initially assume that this coastline is covered in moss, but actually, the natural sand that surrounds the shores of Hawaii's Papakolea Beach gives the area a vivid green color. The Big Island in Hawaii is home to the world's most impressive naturally green beach, one of just 4 beaches of its kind known to exist. Papakolea Beach is located in a bay that was created by a volcanic cone around 49,000 years ago, rather than as a result of algae or dye. Because of the naturally green rocks that formed it, the sand has a distinctive color. Olvia, which contains both iron and magnesium, is one of the most frequent minerals released by erupting volcanoes. Since the iron is present in ferrous form, it is one of the first to crystallize after the lava cools, which is what creates the green color. Number 8. The Hot Water Beach. One of the world's most picturesque nations is New Zealand. It's no surprise that so many movies chose it as the location for filming, given the region's mountains and lush landscapes. It is believed that up to 700,000 people travel to the Coromandel Peninsula, one of the most well-known tourist sites each year. New Zealand is covered in hot places of geothermal vents, which is what generates the distinctive atmosphere on this beach. The Waikato region is full of pools and salt flats, and the beach offers one of the most unusual interactions. 2 hours each side of low tide. Guests may enjoy hot springs where they can dig into the sand and release water that continues to bubble up and can be utilized to make their very own pool. The water comes out of 2 fissures beneath the ground, where it can become as hot as 147 degrees Fahrenheit. Large groups of people will frequently work together to create enormous hot tubs in the sand. There are even kiosks on the beach where you can rent a shovel and dig out your own design. While you might not think of visiting a beach on a chilly or rainy day, this location is unquestionably an exception because such conditions are almost ideal. However, there are precautions in place for anyone wishing to dig a pool, and these include extreme caution. Even while it may be tempting to cool down in the water, only some areas of the beach are safe to do so because of the strong riptides and deep water currents. However, there is nowhere else in the world quite like it if you enjoy relaxing and swimming in hot geothermal waters while digging holes on the beach. Number 7. The Glowing Beach, Maldives. Vadhu Beach, commonly known as the Sea of Stars, is one of the most captivating locations on Earth due to the large population of bioluminescent plankton that resides in the coastal waters. There are barely 500 permanent people on the little island. Because of this purely natural phenomenon, it was one of the most well-liked locations in the Maldives. Plankton actually glows as a form of defense, and this glow is caused by nearby motion. Consequently, It may be started by a light press of a footprint or even the crash of the waves. The effect is breathtaking, especially if you visit at night. Number 6. Bomb Blast Beach, Mexico. The majority of beaches were created over thousands of years from the force of the waves crashing against the shore. There is one in Mexico that was made much more recently and contains human activity at its core, rather than being a creation of nature. Playa de Amor, or the Love Beach, is situated in Puerto Vallarta on the Marietta Islands, just a few miles off the coast of Mexico. It has grown in popularity over the past few years due to its breathtaking views. The hidden beach is located inside a strangely shaped opening in the ground. If this doesn't look to you like a natural feature, then you'd be right. The islands used to be a testing ground for the Mexican military. The only way to get there is by swimming through a tunnel. While you're there, you'll see countless different species of marine wildlife, including humpback whales, dolphins, and manta rays. Authorities have intervened to ensure the beach is preserved due to the growing interest from tourists wanting their own chance to unwind on the remote island. You need a permission just to enter the island because the island chain has been declared a protected natural reserve. The total number of permits that may be issued annually is rigorously capped. If you're fortunate enough to obtain one, this will undoubtedly be an encounter you'll never forget. Number 5. Jokulsarlon Beach, Iceland. Due to the ongoing melting of its neighboring glaciers, Jokulsarlon, a sizable glacial lake in Iceland's Vatnajökull National Park, is home to one of the most unusual beaches you'll ever see. It has grown 4 times larger since the 1970s and continues to do so. The geological features that develop here are stunning, with an abundant supply of icebergs floating in the ocean. The Diamond Beach, which is composed of tiny bits of black volcanic rock, is the most breathtaking. When the light is just right, fragments of crystallized ice that have washed up on the beach of this lake can make you feel as though you've traveled to another planet. Number 4. The Red Sand Beach. The Galapagos Islands are renowned for their distinctive biodiversity, but exotic species and plants are also found there. The geographical features are unique to this area of the world. Due to the island's volcanic coastline, the beaches on Rabida aren't covered in the usual white sand. Instead, they have a deep, rich red tint. The high levels of iron that remain after innumerable eruptions over millennia are the cause of this. It provides a breathtaking view of the nearby waterways. Definitely worth a visit. Number 3. Cathedral Beach. It may sound like a strange name, but once you see what Cathedral Beach looks like, it will all become clear. Cathedral Beach lies on Spain's northwest coast, and its Spanish name is Playa de Agustana, which translates to Beach of the Holy Waters. These arches are almost 90 feet tall, and the coastline walls are covered in fissures that lead to hidden caves behind them. The cliff face here has been subjected to the strong forces of the Atlantic Ocean, which have cut the rock in a fashion that nearly resembles Gothic architecture. It is without a doubt one of the most beautiful beaches in the world, and as an added bonus, at low tide you can walk between the arches. At high tide, the entire region is submerged, offering an equally magnificent opportunity for a boat trip through the arches. Number 2. Star Sand Beach. Taketomi Island in Japan has sandy beaches, and at first glance, you might not notice much difference from other beaches you've been to. However, if you look closely, you'll see that this beach is one of the strangest in the entire world. That's because there are millions upon millions of small organisms called foraminifera mixed in with the sand particles. These particular species are native to the waters and have the look of stars. Number 1. Benio Sea Cave Beach. The Benio Sea Cave Beach in Portugal is ideal if you've been looking for a place with perfect sand, crystal clear water, and the seclusion from the rest of the world. It is located in the Algarve, and because of the area's soft rock formations, tidal forces have carved incredible structures with arches and a giant skylight with the beach nestled inside. It almost seems as if Neptune himself designed this lovely sanctuary, which offers the best place to unwind. This implies that you must travel there by boat or kayak, and there are always a sufficient number of travelers on any given day. Which beach would you like to visit one day? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell for more of the world's best wonders.